Joe Booni and Joe Sports Channel proudly present Respect Women 110% t-shirts. These shirts come in 4 different colors: blue, pink, green, and yellow. These shirts cost exactly $25 US and Canadian. With each purchase, $5 will be donated to the Women's Breast Cancer Research Awareness. And don't forget, every Saturday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, go to YouTube and search up Joe Sports Channel to catch up on your sports news and any special guests that may appear. And if you want to purchase more merchandise, go to joebooney48.wixsite.com/merch.
Welcome to Joe Sports Channel. You can follow me on Joe the Fighting J on Instagram. You can follow me on Taker Devil and hashtag Joe Sports Channel. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls of all ages, it is October 22nd, 2020, and I hope every single human being who's alive right now are having a fantastic day. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in the one and only from Guelph, Ontario, Canada, Mikalyn. Hey!
Hello, hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You know what? I am better than ever before. I really am.
Good. That's so good to hear.
It's good to see you. How's things going?
They're going great. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm in school right now, and it's midterm season, but I'm not too stressed, so we're all good.
Good for you. Introduce yourself, Mikalyn, to the fans out there who don't know you yet.
Okay, so hi, everybody. My name is Mikalyn. Hey, I'm from Guelph, Ontario. I currently live in London, Ontario, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I've been singing and writing songs since I was like 7 years old. And now I'm studying it full time, which is very exciting. And I have a lot of upcoming stuff, but I also do EDM, interestingly enough. So yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter, basically, long story short.
Let me tell you something, Mikalyn. When I first heard you, I went to your YouTube channel and I listened to one song. I don't remember what it was. Now, I like to listen to peaceful religion music, but let me tell you something. It makes me fall asleep. But listening to your music makes me fall asleep as well. And I listen to so many people over the years. You are something I will never, ever forget. Seriously. You're a successful woman. I have a lot of respect for you. Seriously.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot.
You're welcome. I have your support all the way. And somebody's asking, what is EDM stand for?
EDM stands for electric dance music. So I have like kind of two aspects that I go for when I'm singing and writing songs. So I have the stuff that I do, just me with my guitar. A lot of it is more acoustic, singer-songwriter, or dark pop. And then the EDM stuff is actually like electronic music, lots of like beat drops and all of that. So they're very different things, but I'm involved in both of them. So
good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
Folks out there, if you don't know who Mikalyn is, You guys are missing out. I'm telling you, folks, you guys are really missing out. Now, Mikalyn, why did you become a professional singer? What motivated you to be the person you are today? If that
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. It's actually funny. There wasn't really like a switch for me or a moment that I was like, this is what I want to do. It's just, it was always kind of what I wanted to do. So my parents put me in piano when I was 5, and I had always loved singing. And so they also put me in vocal lessons, and I loved performing as well. My first time I ever sang in front of people was when I was 4 years old. So I just was always like, you know what, mom and dad, I'm going to be a singer. And they're like, okay, because every kid has their rock star phase. Their phase where like, I'm going to be an actress, you know, and I just never grew out of that. And I started pursuing it more heavily in my very early teens. I think I was around 11 or 12. And that is when I kind of picked up and started songwriting as well. So it all just kind of followed a natural progression because it's just what I love. So it came naturally to me.
That's unbelievable. Now, did you have anybody when you were younger that inspired you, or did you just inspire yourself?
I would say my parents were definitely an inspiration for me because they're both very hardworking, but they also supported it. And without them, there's no way I'd be anywhere near to where I am now. But my musical influences, I was a big ABBA fan. I loved ABBA. That was like my earliest. Yes, it was my earliest musical. Like the people that I looked up to. And then from that point forward, so many different people, but the biggest one I would say is Marina. She was formerly known as Marina and the Diamonds, and I definitely picked up on a lot of her songwriting styles and just things that she does, and she inspires me a lot.
Wow. Wow. Good for you. Now, you said you're at Western. What are you taking at Western?
I'm taking popular music studies.
Popular music studies.
Mm-hmm.
How would you refer anybody to go there?
Yes, I love it here. I haven't really had a chance to actually experience any of the popular music studies courses yet because first year is general, and then you pick your major second year or your specialization. So I'm in general music courses right now, including music history, which it's going differently than I expected, and music theory. But next year is when I really get into like the pop music and culture classes, which I'm really excited for. But I have loved it here so far. I've had a great experience. It is an amazing school.
Good for you. I like Western. I have a lot of friends that go there, cousins that go there, amazing professors that go there. It's a great school. Now, I want to ask you this question. As you are a singer, and I've seen you on Spotify, Amazon, and all those amazing platforms and all that. Now, during this pandemic with COVID-19, I want to ask this really good question. I think it's a good question to ask. Has it been hard on you lately with not going and performing at stages? Because I went on your website and I saw you can go watch a live show. You were performing at Mikalyn Hey. Has it been tricky for you lately with this pandemic?
It has, but it definitely wouldn't have been like it would have been a lot harder if I didn't have certain people that tuned into every live stream that I did. There's a few of them that just watched seemingly everyone. My friend Bob, Dave, and there's just so many amazing people that tuned into like all of the lives, even though that there's a lot of the time the time difference. I had some people in the UK, and I noticed that and I appreciate it so much. And I was also lucky enough to have a part-time job this summer doing music. So live streaming twice a week, and then during the days we would watch seminars and lectures about music, basically in the music industry. So I would definitely say it has been harder for sure, and I miss performing live so badly. However, I actually have had one live gig since the pandemic, and that was at the beginning of September. It was my first one since COVID, and it was just a social distance outside event. And the people that hosted it, they just were so amazing. It was like they had like heating blankets on me. They were so respectful. They were just amazing. So I've definitely like it has been hard, but I've had a lot of amazing experiences throughout it.
Well, that sounds right, and you have a lot of support, a lot of backup behind you.
Mhm.
Now, growing up as a little kid, watching your favorite idols on stage, and now you are performing on the highest level. Now, as a little kid yourself, as a little girl, you ever said to yourself, am I actually going to be one day performing in front of thousands and thousands of people? Have you ever put that in your head? Because I sure do when I go watch hockey games as a broadcaster myself. I say, I really believe one day Joe Booni is going to be up there commentating on the Toronto Maple Leafs and Pittsburgh Penguins. Do you ever feel that you have that belief in you and that you motivate yourself to where you are now as a little kid, or what?
I totally agree with that. Like, kind of, I feel like visualization is key a lot of the times, and thinking things into reality. Of course, you have to work hard for them, but I feel like if you don't believe it yourself, then how is anyone else supposed to believe it? So I always used to kind of picture, and I still picture myself like on big stages, meeting like so many people, and it's a dream, and I'm just lucky that I've been able to get to where I am now and keep going at that rate, hopefully.
Good for you. You know, nothing is free in life. It's like I like to earn my money. You know, I don't like giving me. I like to earn my $20 bill. You know, money does not grow on trees, but at the same time, it's good to earn your own money, and you have earned yourself, and you have fought since day one, since you were born. And let me tell you something. Your mother and father, all your parents out there right now who are watching, and later on tonight, they should be very proud to have a successful daughter like you. I respect you as my own relative, and my cousin. I'd say the same thing, because you are absolutely a gorgeous person, and you are going to succeed. And I have everything, and I have your support at 110%. I really do.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me. You have no idea.
Anytime. Folks out there, the supporters out there, if you guys have any great questions, please go ahead and type them in. This is a really good one. Where is it? Joe's looking fresh tonight with this beautiful guest. Cassie's an amazing American that has a lot of support for me, but I'm sure she has a lot of support for you after tonight, listening to you. Just listening to your voice right now, it's beautiful too. It really is. There's something there. You know, you don't get that many people with the voice of you have. You know. I have a good question to ask you, Michaela.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you growing up, and you said you're originally from Guelph, right?
Yeah, I've lived in a few places across Canada, but Guelph is where I spent the most time.
Guelph is the most. I've been to Guelph. Actually, I was in Mississauga today, and I saw the sign of Guelph.
You drive by the Schneider sign on the 401.
I did. I like
The
Guelph.
sign of Guelph.
I do. I like the Guelph Storm. You know, they're a good hockey team. I was in Halifax about a year and a half ago, and I was watching the Storm, and I was supporting the Storm because I was the only Ontario team in it.
Yeah.
My question is, who inspired you as a singer back in the days when you were a child?
Mm-hmm. I would probably say, again, like, she's definitely my biggest musical influence, but still Marina and the Diamonds. Across the board, she was just like, something about her captivated me instantly when I found her music, and I just completely dove in. I actually have never seen her live. One time I had a gig the same time she was in Toronto, and I couldn't go to her concert, but she just, the way she carries herself and her songwriting was so inspiring to me. And also just like her relationship with her fans, I also found super inspirational. She's not the biggest artist ever. She's not like Lady Gaga, but she has like these connections with her fans that I think it's so important to have. So
Wow.
definitely Marina. Mm-hmm.
And so same goes for me. You know, who inspired myself was the great Joe Bolin from Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Leafs. You know who Joe Bolin is?
Yes.
He's Maple Leaf commentator. Holy mac! And when I was 3 years old, I had headphones that I put on my stepdad, and I'd run around and I'd start saying "Holy mac!" And I had that feeling maybe one day I could be a broadcaster. And you know what?
Exactly.
I'm thankful, and look where I am today.
Yeah, you knew it all along.
I did. I knew it all. And I want to play one of my favorite songs on here, and I want to see you guys' reactions. I want to see your reaction, because this is my favorite song I ever listened to from you. So just listen in. This is the Michaela that everybody should know about, folks. I love StreamYard. It's so great. I've been waiting for this platform for so many years on end. I never thought they could have one until what, a
Hmm.
year ago. So, folks, just listen to this.
I dove right in. Didn't bring a parachute, fell right through, hit the water hard. Moving too fast, spiraling out of control, was touch and go, went a little far. You taught me how to turn a blind eye. I showed you how to keep your shoulder cold. No one walked away without a scar, scar, scar. I've been digging through the pieces. Your heart is out of reach, but objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror. I've been digging through the pieces.
That voice is something else, folks.
Objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror. Try to erase the ink that's left upon my chest. I'll attest, I don't really want to forget you taught me how to turn a blind eye. I showed you how to keep your shoulder cold. No one walked away without a scar, scar, scar. I've been digging through the pieces. Your heart is out of reach, but objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror. I've been digging through the pieces. Your heart is out of reach, but objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror. You tell me how to turn a blind eye. I show you how to keep your shoulder cold. No one walked away without a scar, scar, scar. I've been digging through the pieces. Your heart is out of reach, but objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror. I've been digging through the pieces. Your heart is out of reach, but objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror.
Wow. Just wow.
Thank
I'm
you.
telling you, Mikalyn, that gives me goosebumps.
I have not watched that video in years. That was so funny to look at again.
That's the first song I ever listened to from you.
Really?
I'm telling you, I start getting these goosebumps, butterflies. Like, it's something that I will never forget. Seriously. It's
Thank you. Oh, that's amazing to hear. That makes me so happy.
anytime. Somebody has a really good question.
Where do I record my music? A few different places. So I'm based in the GTA. I say a lot for my music stuff. But my main producer is the one who produced that song was Murray Daigle. He works at Phase One Studios in Toronto.
Mhm.
And I'm lucky enough that, conveniently enough, a producer that I worked with became my best friend. His name is Chris Gray. He has his own artist career, but he also is my producer, so we are constantly writing songs together. And then Ian Smith is another producer that I work with a lot. He's based in Kitchener, Ontario. However, I have recorded in Nashville before, which was super fun. Just like I can't even remember why. It was some like I was there for a trip for music, and so I recorded there. But I have a lot of amazing producer friends that I'm so lucky to have, because without them I would be so lost. I don't know how to do any of I can make basic demos and YouTube videos, but not the whole polished thing. So I'm really lucky.
Is her music on Spotify? Well, it sure is. That's what
Mhm.
I found out. Now, to be a music writer, it must take some time, Michaela. It really does. Like to make a song, how long does it take? I don't mind you asking.
It really depends on the song. I think the longest writing process I had was probably like 8 or 9 months. Honestly, the song was ongoing, just getting revised and revised. However, that is not normal for me. Usually, it depends on who I'm co-writing with, or if I'm writing by myself. If I'm writing by myself, I'll usually write for about an hour and then take a break and revisit it on a separate occasion. But if I'm doing a co-write, anywhere from 2 to like 6 hours.
Wow, holy
Mhm.
smokes! So that takes a lot of time. You know, it takes a lot of initiative.
Mhm.
You know, you really have to believe in yourself, and you want to do things for yourself. It's like moving forward in life. Keep pushing till those doors open,
Mhm.
and you've already pushed those doors. You know, and you're succeeding. Like you have multiple songs on YouTube. I see you on Spotify. I see you on Instagram with all those amazing photos of you. Like we have another amazing comment that somebody's saying. Look at this. Like
Thank you so much. This means so much to me because I feel like with everyone in creative industries, even like broadcasting, arts in general, dance, I feel like it's easy to kind of beat up yourself a little bit when things aren't going exactly to plan or things aren't going as easy as they seem. So support, I think, to anyone in like broadcasting, music, dance, art, it just means so much more than a lot of people can even comprehend. Like it means so much to me.
we have a lot of support for you, Michaela. We really do have a lot of support for
Thank
you.
you.
We'll do whatever, Hopefully this, pandemic can have its control. I know here in London it's getting pretty bad.
Oh
Trump
yeah.
went back to second stage. It sucks, but you know what? We learn from those kinds of ways in life when we move forward. Because take everything as an awesome thing in life because you never know what's going to bring tomorrow. That's how I look at it in life. Like I always say, people, like to judge me on this, but take it as your last day because you never know. You never know what's going to happen. So treat yourself every day to something more beautiful. Learn something. You learn something every day. I'm learning a lot from you. I've never spoken to a person on my show that is a famous upcoming singer, and you've been doing it for a very long time. And I read something on, I think on your website, something about when you start when you're 15 years old, or if I don't.
I started writing songs when I was 7. I first went into a studio when I was 11, and then I think I put out my album 12-15 at age 15.
Wow, age 15 years old. Holy smokes. Wow. And you're well known too, Michaela. You're well known. Like there's a lot of people that know you. Like you got a website that is full of love. Like I'll pop it up in a minute. Full of love and like kindness. Like you're gonna inspire not only me, you haven't inspired me, but you're gonna inspire a lot of kids out there. And like I said, I'm going to do whatever it takes to help you move forward. No, you're gonna be better than Taylor Swift. Somebody said just like Taylor Swift. A lot better than Taylor Swift. Yes, I like Taylor Swift.
I love Taylor Swift.
I like your voice better. I'm being serious. I'm not
Thank
playing.
you. I love Taylor Swift. I've also wanted to go to one of her concerts so bad. So if anybody watching has been to one of them, please tell me how it was because I've never been to one.
We have another great question from Cassie.
Ooh, those are all good questions. How old am I? I'm 18. I would love to move to Nashville. I would absolutely love that. I visited the city once and I've wanted to go back ever since. I was hoping for sometime this past summer. I feel like my dad's watching. He's going to be like, you shouldn't talk that over with me, but I was hoping. And then the pandemic happened. And oh, thank you so much. My piano teacher introduced me to a lot of jazz and a lot of older music, and he is absolutely amazing. We do Zoom lessons now, and he was the one that got me to write up the chart for Crazy by Patsy Cline. So thank you so much. Those are all amazing questions.
No problem. I got another good question. Does she like rock bands?
I actually don't listen to much rock, but please feel free to send me any suggestions because it's the type of thing where I have a few friends that actually only listen to rock, and I love riding with them in their cars because their music taste is impeccable, but I just never know what the song is. But yeah, if anyone has any suggestions, please feel free to let me know because I'm always looking for new music.
I love music in general. Like you said, you went to Nashville. It's full of country there, right?
Yeah, it's like everything. It's everything.
Nashville is how many hours is it? Like
We drove it in one day. But I think we left probably. Pardon?
close to Tennessee, or is Tennessee the other way?
It's in Tennessee.
Nashville, Tennessee. What am I talking about?
Yeah, it's in Tennessee, and I was driving from Guelph, so I feel like it was like 15 hours. I'm going to say that, but because I know we left early in the morning, probably around 7 or 8, and then we got there around 9 or 10. I don't even know. I don't even remember how long it was the drive. Like, we were just watching movies. I went with my best friend, a co-writer of mine, and my dad. So they kept us pretty entertained the whole drive, but I feel like it was 14 hours.
14 hours. Good for you. And just says, my niece went and said she was a very good life. What are you talking about, James?
I think.
I think you're talking about Taylor. Like I said, it's just like Taylor Swift. James Horrible said, best of luck. A lot of good questions here. Another one, Michaela rocks.
Thank you.
Everybody's being kind on here. Now, Michaela, I want to bring up your website because I love your website. Whoever did your website, they did a fantastic job.
My dad did.
Your father did?
Yeah.
I gotta get in contact with your father.
Yes,
Seriously.
he's probably watching. I know he's watching. He's watching.
Michaela's dad, get in contact with me. Seriously, that's a website. I was blown away. It was like, what am I on BlakeShelton.com, on TaylorSwift.com? But it was better because it was Michaela.
Thank you.
Does Michaela have any merch? I think you do. Do you?
Yeah, so I have CDs, I have hats, and I'm hoping to make more, but I'm just waiting to release more music before I release any more merch. But oh wait, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I wanna if you like start making having merch like T-shirts and hats and all that, I'll buy as many as I can.
I'll send you a hat for your hat wall.
That'd be perfect. You know, I have an Alan Jackson hat. Where is it? It's over there, so I'll put it next to Alan Jackson.
Perfect.
Another good question.
Paul, hi. Oh my gosh, this is who I was telling you guys about earlier in the live streams. Paul always watched the live streams no matter what the time difference was. It was always super late at night for him, but he always watched. And this is kind of, I always say this, and I always say this to Paul, but certain music from the UK has influenced me because I used to actually, I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but I used to watch the iTunes charts in the UK because I thought that music was going to hit America and Canada subsequently in the following week. So I would always check out the music that had released in the UK on the iTunes charts so that I could predict what was about to come to America and in turn Canada. And so I think I started doing that really young. It was like back when I had my iPod Touch 4, and I used to just stalk the iTunes charts and just keep an eye on those. And that was definitely very influential to me because I started learning about music that wasn't just top 40 radio where I was. It's more top 40 radio because that was what I listened to at the time in a different country with like a different industry and a different industry makeup. And then also some of my favorite artists ever are from the UK. Marina and the Diamonds. She's from, I'm not even sure. She's from the UK. And then Coldplay, amazing. They're from the UK.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years? I was like, somebody just read that. Somebody took that in my brain. I was about to say that.
I see myself touring. I see no pandemic, so that has to go before the touring part. But I see no pandemic. I see myself touring. I see myself as a songwriter as well, not just for myself, but for other artists. And I see myself releasing new music. Hopefully, I think, how old? I'll be 28 in 10 years. So I hope to have had at least one full tour under my belt by then.
You will.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I'm telling you will. No doubt about that. Not even a heartbeat. You will. I can already see it. I can picture you in 2 years at the Scotiabank Arena singing the national anthem, U.S. and Canada.
I would love that.
I really could.
I've only done a national anthem, I think, once. It was for the Toronto Wolfpack rugby team.
Really?
Yeah, and it was super last minute because a friend of mine got strep throat, so he asked me to cover for him. And I didn't know God Save the Queen. I'd never heard God Save the Queen. So I had to sing God Save the Queen, and I barely knew it. I think I had like a few of the words, like it's very short, but I was like, I can't mess this up. I cannot mess up God Save the Queen with the British like rugby players standing behind.
Very quickly with God Save the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people I've spoken to over the years.
Mm-hmm. So that was the time that I sang the anthem, but I had fun and I got to watch the game after, which was so entertaining.
It's rugby league is a tough sport. It's a tough game.
Yeah.
You got to be real tough, like you can't be no soft. Football, NFL, National Football League, Canadian Football League is tough, but there's no padding in rugby league, Yeah,
my best friend played rugby and she got stepped on in the side of her head with a cleat, and she played the rest of the game and then came to my gig that night, and we noticed she was acting weird, and we're like, maybe like you should go get that checked out, and she had a concussion.
I had a cousin who he was actually at Western, and his Booni, and he had a concussion, and I think he twisted his ankle, and he was in rough shape. Like it looked like a car hit him or something. Like it was that bad. Like I felt bad for him. Now, again, going back as when you were a little kid and now where you are today, are you nervous going up on stage?
I used to be, and I still sometimes do for certain gigs, but not as much anymore just because I've been doing it for a while, so I'm very comfortable up on stage. I actually would rather sing on stage than talk in class. Yeah, it's just kind of second nature now.
How many people attend your show usually?
No, it depends on where and the kind of event. Usually like 10, 20 people, but like there's been a few where, like, for example, an EP release, there was a lot more. I know some people that were there probably watching, so thank you for braving the rain to come that day. And then live streams, it was different. It was like between 40 to 70 on average. And then when I started doing them through work, it was less, but that was a different platform.
Well said, well said. I know we're running out of time. I want to bring up your website and ask you a couple more questions because I know you got to go to class in about 10 minutes or so.
It's just a floor meeting, but to be honest, I don't think it'll matter that much if I'm that late. So
no, you just say you're on Joe Booni's channel; they'll be fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, and I like your background. I do. Are you in a like a classroom, like a?
I'm in my dorm right now.
Like that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like that. Here, let's share the screen for this phenomenal website. I love your website. Just to begin with, you got the home, you got the bio, you got the music. I like to, where is it? Is it content merch right here? I think it is. Okay, another song I got to give you credit for, Mikalyn, is 12:15. That's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very inspiring. It inspires me a lot. Love Again's a really good song. I want to get this picture now. If I order this, would it come in time? Like, is it because it's pandemic? Like, does it come from Amazon?
Pretty fast. I think they ship pretty fast usually. I'm not even sure.
I do, because there's a lot of good songs out there. Like, listen to this one. It's a really good one. It's $1.29, guys. It's worth every dime. It's a really good song.
There was something in your eyes when click. Saw you standing in the back room with your tattoos, and I knew I should have turned away. You were about to give my world a shake, and I never really felt this way. These people don't do much for me. You got something a little extra. Normally I don't, but I think I'll let you get to know me. Maybe hold me if you're lucky. Yeah. The pressure's getting stronger, the room is getting hotter. Your hands they grip my collar, gripping on my collar, really stopping me from leaving. The pressure's getting stronger.
Just gonna tell you, all the words you say, they mean something to me a lot.
Thank you.
Let's keep it secret, you and me. Treading the deep end, dangerously. Let's keep it secret, you and me. Treading the deep end, dangerously. Dangerous, yeah, there's something about the way you move. Got me watching every step now, in my head now. And you know that I won't shut you down. Cause I like how this is turning out. Yeah, you know me. You can hold me if you're lucky. Yeah. The pressure's getting stronger. The room is getting hotter. Your hands they grip my collar, gripping on my collar, really stopping me from leaving. The pressure's getting stronger. The room is getting hotter. Your hands they grip my collar, gripping on my collar, really stopping me from leaving. Let's keep it secret. You and me. Dangerously, let's keep it secret. You and me, trying to do it. Dangerously, dangerous, dangerously, dangerous, dangerously. Stuck in the deep end, you and me. Yeah, I'm addicted.
Got a question. Where'd you get that voice from?
My parents. I think my mom and my vocal coach Melanie.
You and me, trying to do it dangerously, dangerous, dangerously, dangerous, 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 dangerous.
Wow. Huh. That's something else, Michaela.
Thank you.
Welcome. I got a couple more questions to ask you. How long have you been on Spotify for?
I think since 12-15, so 3 years.
3 years?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a big impact in your supporters and fans out there that support you all around?
It's definitely had a big impact in my EDM music specifically. That has the most like streams and traffic on Spotify, and that's just been really cool because it's introduced me to this whole new world. So yeah, I love Spotify. I'm a Spotify user myself, so.
So it must be hard to get on Spotify, right? You have to be really good.
It's somewhat of a long process to get on. You have to apply through like things like CD Baby and all of that. So it's a little bit of a process.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I bet there's, like being on Spotify and Amazon and all that, and one day you shop on Amazon, now you see yourself on there, people buying your own merch and buying your CDs and all that. Girl, you're doing well for 18 years old.
I would love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Like you said, 20 to 30 people attend your shows. Well, give it 5 years, you're gonna have 30,000 people applauding you at the Rogers Center, supporting you with that golden voice of you. And like I said, you're gonna inspire a lot of people. You're gonna do well, and you yourself, you should applaud yourself every day. And remember these words I always say: Alhamdulillah, I'm living this good life. I'm breathing on God's time and ain't going to waste one breath. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Move forward in life. Never look behind. Because if you look behind, you're far from gone. Move forward in life. You'll do well. And if you ever need it, Michaela, I got your support. Seriously.
Thank you. That's very powerful. I love that for sure.
Anytime. Like, if you're ever down for a coffee or something, let me know.
Mhm.
For coffee. I'd like to get to know that website a little bit more,
Yes.
It probably costs quite a bit, right, to do that all?
It wasn't that much. The domain is probably the most expensive thing, but yeah, and especially because I got my dad to do it for me, that helped cut any costs of like graphic designers out, because it's just like, please help, and he was like, okay.
For you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your family as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Do you guys have anything else to say before Michaela leaves? And I got to leave soon. I got to go and see my grandfather as well, Anybody else have any more questions for Michaela? Got a couple minutes left, so feel free to comment below,
And thank you so much for having me on the show. This has been a lot of fun. I always love doing like as face-to-face as it can be, interviews and conversations and that type of thing. And thank you to everybody who is watching. I love doing these. They're so much fun.
Anytime. Thank you for coming on. Like I said, I really appreciate all this support. And, you just popped up on Facebook one time. You were on Facebook, and then I just saw you, and I said, let me add this girl. Who is this girl? And I clicked one of your videos. I'm saying to myself, for the love of God, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. This girl I have on Facebook I'm listening to, and a couple years later, I have you on my show.
Thank you. Well, thank you for having me. And
no problem, man. Look at this before you go. Michaela's dad's here. Joe, you rock. Laugh out loud, Joe. Let me tell you something before you go, Michaela. What's your dad's name, if I don't mind you asking?
Michael.
What is it? Michael?
Michael.
Michael's the archangel. Okay. Michael, man, you should be very proud of your daughter. Seriously. I'm telling you right now, man, you did a fantastic job on raising her, and she's going to mentor a lot of people. She's mentoring you. You're going to mentor her like you did. She's going to mentor you, and hopefully one day you can have somebody next to you that supports you and loves you, and one day you will be a fantastic mother. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care of yourself.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been a lot of fun.
You too. Take care of yourself.
See ya.
Yeah, Michaela from Guelph, Ontario, Canada. Folks, I can't be more thrilled and blessed just having this girl on my show. Seriously. Everything she said made sense. I'm telling you. It's like when you read a book, but it's better than a book. It's Michaela Hay. And folks, if you're not subscribed to her, please go and subscribe to her. I will give you any information about this girl because we want to put this girl on the top of the mountain, better than Taylor Swift, better than Carrie Underwood, better than all of these people, because this girl deserves it. She has fought since day one that she came on the stage. I'm telling you, please support Michaela Hay. I'll do whatever again to support this girl. We will make this upcoming Michaela Hay a Taylor Swift, but better than ever before. To all my fellow Canadians out there and fellow Americans, I can't thank you guys enough. You guys have been unbelievable supporters for me for a very long time, and I knew it just after watching the questions you guys asked today. To my mother, to my father, thank you very much. Once again, alhamdulillah, I'm living this good life. I'm breathing on God's time, and I ain't going to waste one breath. Thank you all very much, and remember, help each other out, be honest, and let's all come together. A girl like Michaela, she's going to bring a lot of people together. She has an unbelievable father. Calling Joe, I rock. Well, I try to rock. People like my style today. I got the certified G. I got the V-neck white shirt, long sleeve. I got my Gucci suit on, all because of Michaela Hay. So I love you all. And before we go, actually, we're going to play one more song from Michaela Hay just to advertise her once again. So there we go. Michaela Hay is leaving on a high note. I can sure tell you that. This is a great song,
Hi.
another great song that I love so much. So listen to this, and we gotta go.
Mikalyn, hey, and this week I will be covering Cry Baby by Melanie Martinez. You seem to replace your brain with your heart. You take things so hard and then you fall apart. You try to explain, but before you can start, those crybaby tears come out of the dark. Someone's turning the handle to the faucet in your eyes. You pour it out where everyone can see. Your heart's too big for your body. It's what you feel inside. You pour it out where everyone can see. They call you cry baby, but you don't really care. Cry baby, so you laugh through your tears. Cry baby, but you don't really care. Tears fall to the ground, you just let them drown. You just let them drown. You're all on your own and you've lost all your friends. You've told yourself that it's not you, it's them. You're one of a kind and no one understands. Those crybaby tears keep coming back again. Someone's turning the handle to the faucet in your eyes. You pour it out where everyone can see. Your heart's too big for your body. It's what you always feel inside. You pour it out where everyone can see. They call you cry baby, but you don't really care. Cry baby, so you laugh through your tears. Cry baby, but you don't really care. Tears fall to the ground, you just let them drown. Cry baby, you just let them drown. Cry baby, you just let them drown. Cry baby, you just let them drown. You just let them drown. You just let them drown.
To all my fellow Americans and fellow Canadians, thank you very much for giving me the support, but thank you for giving the support to Mikalyn Hay. Thank you all.